It's almost going to fall for Martinez. Arsenal trying to get there. Martinez finishes to give away the match.
It's an absolute peach from the Paraguayan Miguel Almiron.
Atlanta United, in just their second year of existence, have won MLS Cup.
Ojo con la Aranda, wins! Goal!
Comes without a warning. I make an honest mistake.
5-stripe final.
The intro feels
Whatever.
ever more distant. Every single week, I long for those days even more. And it just is a nice reminder, or not even. I don't even know if it's nice. It's kind of harsh, especially after Monday after you lose 4-1 in just completely pathetic fashion.
I'm almost like embarrassed that I'm just still around here chasing that high from those first few seasons.
Exactly.
You know.
Exactly. That's how I feel after these games. I was like, everybody who watched this game is sick. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing with your lives?
Oh yeah. After the first goal, you should have been gone. Even if you checked in, you should have been gone.
Yeah.
It was so clear what was happening. And man, this is gonna be a short ass show.
Yeah.
What does anyone have to say at this point?
It's an incomplete team. They look like an incomplete team. They're not even a good team when they are complete, but they're trying to fix that. But for the time being, they're incomplete. As Tata said, I forget exactly when he said this quote, but he said it's going to be a long summer, basically, as they try to get these players in that can help. But I saw Miguel Almiron's quotes after this game, and he's like, yeah, we have to work hard. We're going to get help soon. I'm like, this is not inspiring to me. Like, I don't see any hope on the horizon for me with this current setup. So it's just really, it's down days, man. It's hard to watch.
I mean, we can run through it, I guess. There's not a ton to really point out from this that's actually interesting. Justin Mionbach gets absolutely destroyed by Carlos Gil on the first goal.
Mm-hmm.
It starts from there. Tristan seems to forget that Carlos Gil is left-footed somehow. It's not like that guy's relevant. It's not like he's won an MVP or anything like that. It's not like he's the focal point for everything New England does. But yeah, gets skinned alive, and then that's that, man. That was the game. I mean, it's not like they were beating Matt Turner at that point.
Yeah.
What's annoying is they eventually got it together and scored maybe one of their prettiest goals of the entire season, down 4-0. So congrats on that. But I mean, there were sequences here, much like the other games last week or so. There were sequences there where they looked competent, and in the end, the underlying numbers aren't totally terrible.
Mm-hmm.
But there's no sense that anything is actually ever going to be accomplished with this group, because none of the pieces fit together. Nothing builds on itself. There's no foundational elements here that you can stack things upon. You just have a team that doesn't fit together, doesn't make anyone else better around them, and doesn't have the talent to keep up with a team like freaking New England, who isn't all that talented.
And what's worse, Sam, is on top of all that, you don't have any belief inside the team. Like, and maybe they're right not to believe. Because,
good call by the haters.
Like they see it too, like they see this incomplete team that they're playing into, and I'm not saying they're not trying or anything, but it's just you can tell when there's a group of 11 players out there who legitimately think they have a chance to win, and when they don't. And I'll go back to something that I heard from reporters. As a Tottenham fan, they were going barely, stayed up last year, and the reporters were like, "Yeah, it's just, it's not like you look at their 11 and you kind of like can diagnose in any sort of way. Everybody's just sad.
Yeah,
that's what it is. Everybody's just sad, and there's no spirit in the team, and that's how Atlanta United feels right now. It's just like an empty kind of group, which is I think why people want to see like some of these kids play. Arif Kovac, obviously, we're going to talk a little bit about him, or the fact that we didn't see him, but like because that's more inspiring to anybody right now than anything that they're seeing from these, current professionals that are on the budget, basically.
Yeah, I mean, barely professionals. It feels like though. I mean, it feels like a USL team out there. Which
you wonder if they would even win against half the teams in top flight of USL.
Yeah. I think it's a legitimate conversation at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking about the last place team in MLS, dead last at this point.
You are what your record says you are, as Bill Parcells said.
Even Philadelphia has gotten it together and won a couple games last week. And on top of that, they have exciting young players they're integrating into the team, it's really tough to look at that and say, well, at least Atlanta United signed 2 30-plus-year-old center backs. What are you buzzing about at that point? You're not. You're not.
Atlanta
So
has
until Darwin Nunez is through the door.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Right. Like, and yeah, this game. Don't. Hopefully, he wasn't on his recruiting visit for this one. right. It's a team that has neither the top end talent nor depth. Like, there's nothing really. There is, like we've said, some hopeful homegrown players. That's great, but those need to be like the last supplement to a successful MLS roster. It's like those are like the little the icing on top, not the meat and potatoes.
Apologize if I break this name. An assistant coach filled in for Tata, and this one I was kind of surprised it wasn't Jorge Thieler, who was actually the coach. And this one, because Tata unknowingly to I think just about everybody got a yellow card accumulation suspension. This is Rodrigo Rios, I believe, who filled in the press conference. Straight up like almost apologized to Cooper for having to bear so much of the responsibility in this match and in this team this year, right? Like if Cooper was surrounded in like a normal, healthy, steady family where a 9+2 lineup could like really allow him to make mistakes and not be punished for it, like it'd be a great environment for him to be a part of this team. But instead he's kind of a load-bearing piece right now.
Yeah.
And, it puts him in bad situations like the one he was in on the third goal. Where, I mean, he should have made a better pass. He made a mistake, but, it's not ideal that he has that much responsibility in the first place as a kid, So it's all bad.
Yeah. Yeah. We talked about it after the Charlotte game, but I mean, like, it's so clear there's just a giant hole in this 11 that is at the striker position, and
that's part
trying
of it.
to use Fafa Pico. I don't know why.
Cayman had a great moment on the one goal they scored.
Yeah, he did.
I want to say that. Fafa, I mean, he's just a winger, man.
Right.
Exactly. Like, and it shows in this hold-up play. He drops back, and he's making a lot of the same mistakes Lattelat did in hold-up play. And it's hard to blame him too much. He's a cheap player, veteran player. Shouldn't be asked to be doing this. But God, it's so apparent, like the flaws of this team, especially like in defensive phases where you have to like try and make Miguel Almiron and Alexei Marianchuk like work. You have to make a midfield that includes Will Riley and Tristan Muyamba work. Like watching that group, that like line right there press while Fafa and Cooper up top. Fafa and Cooper can move forward, and Manmar can do whatever they need to do, and then everyone else behind them, it's just agonizing to see the lack of athleticism, the lack of intensity, and then they were bad in every phase because this team, again, none of the players fit together, none of them make sense.
Yeah, and Will Riley's another one. I know he's kind of getting slated for some of his performances recently. He didn't play well against New England. I kind of feel bad for him that he's in this position too. Like, they're talking about Cooper Sanchez, but at least Cooper Sanchez is like of a level where he can, still be a productive player for this team, even if he does make some mistakes. Will Riley is just not at this level, frankly, and he's being thrust into a starting role, like again, like you said, like a load-bearing piece in midfield, and it's just it makes the team so flimsy and. Like you said, they were actually controlling the play for most of the opening, but they give up that goal to Carlos Hill, and you're totally right to mention that he's left-footed, and it didn't like Tristan Muyamba was biting, and he kind of slipped on it, but just bit so hard on like a right-footed feint from way outside when there was not really a threat of Carlos Hill, I think, really like going by him or shooting from there, and then it creates a shooting opportunity, and so it's that weak midfield that is just killing this team.
I've never seen a disparity between a player defending going forward and a player defending face up or going backward, like Tristan Muyamba, who is a excellent counter presser. It is fascinating to watch him actually like hunt people down and win the ball back when he has to counter press, and then literally be terrible in every other phase.
Yeah,
it's crazy to me, and it was apparent on that one, but. Anyway,
they don't have that player that they've been searching for since the first transfer window when Tata was here, when they were linked. I forget what the name of that holding midfielder was, and I think he went to West Ham or some team in claret and blue that plays in England. I honestly forget, but yeah, there was some name. I forget what it was, but they just don't have that player right now, and they're so weak because of it, and it's therefore not surprising that they're in this position. But it's also worrying to me that they still haven't gotten that player in, and it feels like they're having trouble getting players in. And why would a player want to come to Atlanta United right now, other than the fact that Atlanta United has their discovery rights, basically? Like,
I mean, maybe we get some interesting news this week. I mean, Latte Lot, Stephen Zate, Pedro Amador not a part of the squad in this one. We talked about it more in the show after the Charlotte game with all the transfers potentially, maybe possibly coming in, but there's absolutely no guarantee that, like you said, if Darden was on his recruiting visit for this one, that doesn't help Atlanta United's odds in any meaningful way. There's no guarantees right now at all, and this team is just, I don't know what's left to say. They're in the wilderness.
I'm trying to think of the college football. Is it conference prestige? Like what is the selling point for Atlanta United? It used to maybe be brand exposure. You know, they would have been like an MLS team, but you got like
stadium
brand exposure.
atmosphere. You have all that. You just
you do have stadium.
Like an F grade for championship contender.
Right. Yeah.
Which is not ideal.
Yeah, it's one of the more important ones. So
yeah. Oh man. Anything else? Junior Alonso had some nice passes and also some kind of mid defensive moments again.
Yeah.
If you look at like goals added from American Soccer Analysis, it kind of notoriously overrates center backs who can break lines and make long passes. And Junior Alonso is good at that. So his goals added numbers have been solid.
Yeah.
So far, I do want to point that out. But
I mean, I do think Junior Alonso's been good, and I think that it has been valuable what he's done. I mean, just putting the team in the attacking third, it's not enough to overcome obviously all these other issues the team is having right now. But I do think that he's actually a relatively solid piece as for right now. You know, I worry about how he's going to kind of age into his current contract, but I don't think he's a bad player. It doesn't look like to me like a bad signing. Although you say that and you say you got to see the contract.
Right. If he's on the Barricall deal, what the fuck?
Right.
Like, frankly, I cursed, didn't I? I'm sorry. I'm running out of patience, but man, the inability to create from out wide continues to be just a massive issue for this team. Our friends at Footy really like to identify success based on phases, right? And how teams are finding success within those phases of the game: possession, attack, transition, all those kind of things, right? But if you look at Atlanta United's tendencies from this match in particular, there is a meter there on Footy that has wide build up on one side and central build up on the other. Okay. And Atlanta's bar is skewed entirely all the way over as far as it can go to central build up.
Wow.
Right. Almost the same thing in attack, a little less pronounced, but still on attack. But the thing is, I mean, it is so readily apparent that they can't do anything out wide that it's showing up in the numbers, right? They have to go through the middle. They have to, have Miguel and Alexi central, and there's just nothing coming from the fullbacks out wide at all. And I know we're repeating ourselves, but at least we're finding new stats to point out
Right.
the same things we've been pointing out for a year now.
Yeah. And they're just like also both like Almiron and Moranchuk, they both want to kind of be inside. They want to be like attacking midfielders, playmakers in the middle of the field, that kind of thing. But to a point you made earlier, they're both just not extremely athletic. Obviously, Miguel's more athletic than Moranchuk. But still, like, they're both got, like, if you want to class them as wingers, outside players, whatever, they're, into their 30s, and they just they don't feel like they're threatening, defensive back lines. Like, they're like, okay, I got to be careful for these guys. Just keep them in front of us and keep them surrounded. Yeah.
I do have like a small gripe about having Cooper up top in the pressing shape, that 4-4-2 pressing shape. Because if they get past Fafa and Cooper, which they probably are, because it's just two of them actually doing any pressing. Once you get at that midline of Miguel, Riley, Muyamba, Moranchuk, there's no one there that's going to cover ground effectively.
Yeah.
And so if you're not going to press effectively, and they're obviously going to get to that second line, you might as well just have Cooper back there helping out, cover ground, and being rangy. Even if that means putting Alexi up top, because he can move to the places he needs to move to press.
I agree. I think Alexi should be playing the number 9. You know, they've been doing the Fafa Pico thing, but I just think that Alexi is you would have a more creative player in the middle of the field where not just he wants to be, but where he can kind of affect and create avenues for other players in the attack. But then, yeah, like off the ball, I feel like he's better there in the pressing setup than he is on the wing because he is kind of one of those steady ball funnelers.
And I know you're missing Jay, and that has messed things up in a major
Huge.
way because
Yeah.
Christian Mambaz moved up to an 8. Well, Riley's been the 6. Cooper's had to do what Cooper's been doing. But still, there were so many good things in Nashville even without Jay.
Mm-hmm.
Why
Right.
abandon all of that over the last 2 games?
Yeah.
Why not just go with what worked in Nashville and was, providing those quality rotations, was
Right.
encouraging positive rest defense moments where you were maybe +1 in your rest defense so you could actually win the ball back effectively. I don't understand at all why they've abandoned that. Would that have won them either of these games? I don't know, man.
Yeah.
They're just bad. They're a bad soccer team.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anything else
They're
to
not
say?
even they're not even the sum of their parts. It feels like they're
No.
something less than that at this point. So no, we have a ton of questions though, which is like kind of crazy. I started this by saying that you have to be a sick person to have watched this game, and then like we have 4 pages full of questions. So
It's kind of
if
incredible.
you're wondering why we're kind of speed running the first half of the show, it's because we have a lot to get to here in the second half.
I don't know if that's why we did it. I think I was. I just wanted to be done with this. I did a rewatch.
Same.
Is there? Please clap.
You did? Oh,
Oh,
my
yeah.
gosh.
Oh, yeah.
You are sick. You need.
I mean, was it on like 2.5 speed? Yeah, it was. But man, none of it wasn't better on rewatch. If anyone was wondering. All right, Ralph has the first question.